again, but that way we have something to watch right now. Here we go.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything what you do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Every spotlight, every soundbite, everybody who gave up is just a fuel for wanting him more than anybody against us. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. Tell them what they hear, 'cause they just run away from you. You'll never know what will. Again, it just depends on how long the time is left for you. At the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rhythm. You can have it all, but now keep moving. I'll take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to stop. Been holding it in for a while. Take me with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. Tried to cut these corners, tried to take the easy way. I kept on falling short of something I could give up, but then again I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to stop. Been holding it for a while. Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. I'm on top of the world. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the dirt. I've been waiting to stop. Been holding it for a while. Take you with me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. Let it go. When you're falling down and it's all right. Get up now. Get up. Get up now. Let it go. When you're falling down and it's all right. Get up now. Get up. Get up now. I'm on top of the world. On top of the world. Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest.
You can beat the world, you can beat the war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you fell with the cross flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the wall to the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
You can be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking over witnesses, but never cookie roll.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Never gonna know if you never even try.
Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you fell with the cross flame, and the world's gonna know your name. teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the hall of fame. And the world's gonna know your name. There's a world with the cross red. And the world's gonna know your name. Come to the hall of fame. Be a champion. Don't be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. You can 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 be a champion. Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this task and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long way without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
See you again.
We've come a long way
We came a long way.
from where we began.
You know, we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. With small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood comes first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we so remember me when I'm gone. Not talk about family when family's all that we got. Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last time. Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go. And every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Cheers to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything will stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, and you know I'll never drop. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Oh, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Yeah, Memories bring back your.
Welcome, sixth grade families, Acres Green community, teachers, everyone who is viewing from Colorado and other states. I just checked our live stream and we have more than 180 viewers. We welcome you to the 2019-2020 sixth grade continuation. Round of applause for all of our sixth graders who are moving on to seventh grade today. We cannot wait to celebrate with you. We are so proud of you, and this whole ceremony is for you.
Hello, sixth graders and family. We just want to say thank you so much for being such a wonderful leaders in our school this year. Tremendously excited about today. There are so many highlights that's going to happen. And yeah, enjoy this time where we get to celebrate you and your achievements.
Thank you, Miss Owens, Mr. Barnard. Thank you so much for kicking us off. Thank you, Liz, and all the teachers and families that pulled together all those photos to create that. I have to admit, I got a little teary-eyed watching that. I also had a lot of smiles going on. This particular group of sixth graders, I have to tell you, and Bianca, I'm going to steal something from you that you shared with our sixth grader, your sixth grade class. You said it's okay to cry and not to be ashamed about it. So if I get a little teary-eyed, I'm going to remember that Bianca told me it was okay. I have been at Acres Green for 17 years now. It's hard to believe. And so I've seen 17 groups of sixth graders go through. A lot of great kids, a lot of great kids. But there is something about you guys. This particular group of sixth graders, again, a lot of great kids individually, but something very special about you as a whole. Just your heart. So the heart of this sixth grade group, you guys, your care for each other, your care for our younger students, your care even for the adults, staff, and families. You know, part of being a sixth grader is stretching your wings and becoming a little more independent. And sometimes that involves pushing away the adults in your life. That's normal growth. But I'm telling you, you guys really into your sixth grade year. You allowed us to be a part of it. And it's very special. Your creativity as a group. Sixth grade action teams were phenomenal this year. Each one of you really participated in a way that you were a part of each of your teams, and each of those teams made our sixth grade and our school better. So, and that I believe is your creativity and your smarts. And I know some of you are sitting out there now and you're going, no, Miss Smith, I'm not smart. You are all smart. It takes all kinds of smarts to make us a better world. So yes, each one of you has special gifts and intelligences. Don't forget that. And okay, Bianca, you said it was okay to do this. Don't forget that, and don't discount yourself. Each one of you. We need your smarts in our world. The other thing I would say is your fun spirit. You guys, as a group of sixth graders, you just were fun, and it was a kind fun. It wasn't making fun of other people or each other. It was a kind, inclusive, fun spirit that you brought. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank our announcers, you guys, that did not only during the year, but our daily announcements that brightened everybody's day in this school. So we appreciate you. And during the school year, our PAC team, I know we're going to have our Roar Choir perform, but that's part of the creativity going on. Each of you in your own way have contributed so much to Acres Green, whether this was your first year with us, some of you just started this year, and some of you I have known since preschool, and with everything in between. And that is what has made each of you so special. And I am disappointed that I missed these last weeks with you, but I want to say to you guys, Again, I've had 17 groups of sixth graders. All those things that I said made you special, I think also equipped you to weather this time. And I am so proud of you and how you did weather this time. It's unfair you've had to go through this, and yet you guys, of all our sixth graders that have gone through Acres Green, I know that you have done it in a way that you're coming out better on the other side of this. So thank you for that. And there are many of us on staff that love you and miss you and appreciated the sixth graders that you have been. And we've put together a video so that all of that staff that are on here now viewing along with us can give you that shout out.
I'd like to apologize. The video's gone missing. Give me just one moment to find it. Okay, I found it. So sorry about that. Here we go.
Hi, sixth grade. I am so proud of each and every one of you. You have conquered kindergarten through sixth grade with grace, with perseverance, with passion, and every single day you came to school ready to learn, even if sometimes you didn't really want to be there. And I am just so honored to have been a part of your learning journey. And I hope that you come back to Acres Green and to see all of your teachers and your administrators, because we will treasure you forever and you will always be an Acres Green Panther. We love you and congratulations.
Well, hey, sixth grade team, thank you so much for a tremendous year. We're going to miss you guys so much, but we know excellent things are in store for you. You're always part of the Acres Green team, so drop back in anytime. Let us know how you're doing. We would love to see you. Have a wonderful summer and all the
I just want to
best.
say congratulations on making it through sixth grade and the end of the school year. I'm going to miss you all a lot. I feel like I've gotten to know most of you through the years of subbing your class or working with you one-on-one. And I hope when the time is right and safe, you come back and visit us and say hello. Best of luck in middle school.
Hi,
All right,
sixth graders. I had the privilege of meeting most of you during my first year at Acres Green when you were in third grade. We've had so much fun and you have been such a joy to teach ever since then. You have really captured all of our hearts and we wish that you could stay with us forever. But we are so excited to see all that your future holds and all of the things that you will do. And we are wishing you the very best.
Congratulations, sixth grade, on your continuation. As your journey continues, remember to let your leadership talents shine through. A special shout out to the sixth graders who were mentors to my kindergarten class last year. You were amazing, kind, generous, patient, and great role models. Congratulations.
Hi, I just want to say congratulations to all you sixth graders. So excited for you. It was an absolute privilege getting to know you guys and work with you guys, whether or not you came to base. And I wish you all the best in your next adventure in life. Take care, guys.
All the ESL kids. You are the kindest, most caring group of sixth graders we have ever worked with.
Keep being the awesome leaders you are.
We wish you all the best as you move forward in your education.
You will do great things.
We will miss you so much, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.
Congratulations, sixth graders. I'm so proud of you. What a crazy and wild end of the year. And I'm sure that all of you handled it with grace and style, as you've done with so much throughout the year. Anyway, I miss your shining faces, but I know that you guys are having a wonderful time with your family. And congratulations, today is your day. You're off to seventh grade.
Just want to tell sixth grade how very proud of them I am. It was a wonderful year. You made it. Congratulations.
Hi, everybody. I just want to say how incredibly proud I am of all of you and all the hard work you have done here at Acres Green. You are such an amazing group of kids. You will always have a special place in my heart. I will miss seeing your smiling faces here in the hallways at Acres Green. Keep up the great work. Good luck in middle school and keep in touch.
Hello,
Bye.
sixth grade. Wow. I've known so many of you since kindergarten and some of you even before that. And it's been so fun to watch you grow. I want to thank all of you for your leadership, for your kindness and your help and your hugs. And I wish all of you many happy days as you move on to your new adventures in middle school. I will miss you. Air hugs from Mrs. Whiteman.
Hi, sixth graders. I cannot believe that I am calling you sixth graders. It feels like just yesterday that many of you were in my first grade class. It has been so fun watching all of the things that you have accomplished, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds for you. I know that it's going to be fantastic. I love you all very much and wish you the very best of luck.
Hey, sixth graders, it's Miss Stephanie. You guys are going to be greatly missed when you guys leave. You guys have been tremendous leaders in sixth grade this year, and I'm so proud of you. But I know that you're ready for a new chapter in your life, and we're ready for you. You guys are going to take on the world, and you're going to do amazing things. Don't forget, you guys are so loved and cared about. I can't wait to hear about the awesome things you guys do in this world.
Hi there, sixth graders of Acres Green. Congratulations on your continuation into the middle school. Good luck in everything you do. You will be wonderful. To my Tuesday morning donut group, thank you for the opportunity to get to work with you guys this year. You were amazing. I had a great time, and my teaching of you never ends. Please keep in touch. Have a great and fantastic year next year in middle school.
Hi, Claire, Ella, and Brooklyn. I just want to say thank you so much for your leadership on the Student Lighthouse team and just for giving all that you gave this year. And I just wish you the best moving up to seventh grade, and girls are great. Take care.
Congratulations to the sixth grade class of 2020. It's hard to believe that some of you were my little kindies. I wish you all the best as you move on to middle school and beyond. Work hard, have fun, and come back and say hi anytime. We love you.
Hi, sixth grade. I miss you guys. I am so sad that we can't see you graduate. I just wanted to tell you that in my 6 years at Acres Green, this is the best sixth grade class we have ever had. I know you're going to go on to do great things at Crest Hill and at Ranch. I hope you come back and visit. Congratulations and good luck. Bye.
Hi, guys. I can't believe it. It seems like just yesterday that you were in kindergarten and now you're finishing up sixth grade. So proud of you. Such a great group of kids. You've done amazing things. Special thumbs up for my buddies Jimmy and Vignajith. Extra proud of you guys. All right, take care.
Sixth grade, you were an excellent group of leaders for my little kinder friends. And we just loved having all of you in the building, and I wish you the very best as you move on from Acres Green. We'll miss you. Bye.
Miss Ewart here. I just want to say how proud I am of all of you sixth graders going on to middle school. We are going to miss you so much, and I love being able to work with a lot of you over the past couple of years. So have a good time at middle school. Make sure you come visit. Love you all.
Hi, sixth graders. Congratulations on your continuation from Acres Green. We are so proud of all of you. I can't imagine what it will be like without seeing you every day. I feel very blessed to know that I'll be able to keep being involved in your class. You haven't gotten rid of me yet. You're a wonderful group of people who I know will grow to do amazing things. I've especially loved being able to work with the announcers during remote learning. You guys have kept me laughing and given me something to look forward to each day. Thank you all for being the best group of sixth graders I've ever known. I can't wait to see the people you turn out to be.
Hello, sixth graders. I can't believe you're leaving already. I really wish we could keep you forever. You have been such wonderful leaders at Acres Green since day one, and you've made a huge impression on my heart. I care for you deeply, and I will miss you so, so much. But I know that you're going to do great things with your lives. Just reach for the stars. And please, 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 please come visit. Take care. Mwah.
Sixth grade, this is Miss Rhonda. I'm in my pajamas, so let's call this pajama day. And I just want to tell you how proud I am of you guys for going to middle school. I'm going to miss you all so much, and I've loved working with you over the past 3 years. So congratulations. Bye, guys.
Hello, sixth grade, and congratulations on moving on to Crest Hill. Woohoo! Good job. And it's been a blast getting to know you guys. Thanks for all the games of tetherball and Foursquare that you've challenged me to and invited me to, and all the funny Friday jokes. It's been fun. It's been a fun year. Go get them.
Class of 2026. That sounds kind of crazy to say out loud. I just wanted to say that I am so incredibly proud of you guys. I know that the end to your elementary school career was a little odd this year, but you guys are definitely one of the most amazing classes to work with. You're all such fun, bright, passionate kids. I know that you guys are going to go out and do great things in the world. I just wanted to say congratulations. You did it. You made it, and have fun in middle school.
Acres Green 2026 graders, I have so enjoyed our year together and am so sad that we've missed these final weeks. I miss you. I love you. I wish you the very, very best.
One of our most recent traditions at sixth grade continuation is to have our Roar choir sing a song. We had to adapt and do things a little differently this year. And so we invited our Roar singers to do this in a virtual setting. Not everyone was able to send in a video, but those who did would like to dedicate this next song to the sixth grade students, I'm sorry. And the song is Don't Give Up on Me by Andy Grammer.
I will fight for you. I always do until my heart is broken now. I will stay. I will stay with you. We'll make it to the other side. Like others do. I'll reach my hand down in the dark and wait for yours to. It's a I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I'm not giving up my life. Even when I'm down on my left leg. Even when you say that I'm doing right. Something don't give up. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up nobody. Even when nobody else believes. I'm not going down easily. Something don't give up on me. And I will hold on. I'll hold on to you. in the dark and wait for your to is to rock with you. With you. I give love. I'm not giving up no night. Even when I'm on the fly. Even when you say something wrong. Don't give up on. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up no night. Even when nobody else believes. I'm not going out letting you leave. So don't give up on me. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I will fight for you. I wish to until my heart is broken now.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Mr. Poland. Sixth graders were asked to write a continuation speech where they reflected on their time as students at Acres Green from their kindergarten years through fifth grade, this past year as a sixth grader, and then even looking forward to middle school. Each class nominated one person from each class to speak on behalf of the class. And so for my class, I would like to introduce Ella Bundy to speak and share her speech to you.
As Lao Tzu once said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Hi, I'm Ella Bundy, and I'm in Mr. Poland's sixth grade class. Our journeys at Acres Green have all been different. Some have started right at the beginning, while others have joined in at the middle, and a few others have joined in at the very end. But overall, there have definitely been some bumps in the road. We might have had to take another path to get to the very top, or had to stop because someone got hurt and we needed to help them. But in the end, we were all in it together. When you first arrive at Acres Green, there is this excitement in the air of a new school, new teachers, and most important of all, new friends. Kindergarten was a place where you could be anything where your imagination took you. First grade, you got to become more involved in the other things the older kids could do. Getting to see your mentor every Friday morning, going to the monthly school assemblies, and field day. As second graders, we became less afraid to come out of our shell. Third grade was when a lot of people found their voice and used it. Fourth grade was full of exciting field trips to learn about Colorado's beautiful history, and fifth grade finally came. This was the year when we as a grade got to experience incredible things, such as Young Ameritown and the cookie contest. We were only 1 year away from ruling the school. Finally, sixth grade came. The year where you got to experience once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. One of those incredible times was going to outdoor ed. This was probably one of the most spectacular times we had together as a whole grade. Getting to be with each other for 3 days let us become more of a united group. And for some of us, we had to step out of our comfort zone because maybe it was your first time being away from your parents for a little while. You had to become independent and trust your teachers and friends. After we experienced outdoor ed, I could tell that we were already off to a great start in the year. In Mr. Poland's class, we definitely made unforgettable memories that we will cherish forever. From Mr. Poland's sarcasm to our witty comebacks, and to all the times we spent this year as one to remember. One of the biggest things that Mr. Poland encouraged us to do this year was to be willing to take risks. If Mr. Poland called on you, even if you didn't know the answer, you would have to take a risk and try. He told us it doesn't matter if you're right or wrong. All you have to do is try. And I will most certainly remember that forever. Once I found out that we would not be able to come back to AGE, I was devastated. This was our last year as a class and grade, and it was cut short. Thinking back to what I never thought would be our last day of 6th grade, I never knew that was how we would finish out our last year at Acres Green. But in the end, this will always be a year to remember. As we move on to middle school, we should take a second to remember this past year at Acres Green. The coronavirus has affected us immensely, but don't let that bring you down. Think of all the amazing memories we have had together and hold on to them. So as we have reached the top of the mountain, we are at the very peak. Look into the distance and see what the future holds for you. Thank you for listening to me today, and I hope you all have a great summer.
And now representing Mr. Roach's class is Sammy Sevastnuk.
Life is like riding a bike. To keep going, you need to keep moving. Albert Einstein. Hi, my name is Samantha Sevastnuk from Mr. Roach's class. I'd like to thank you once again for attending. A lot of us have grown up with each other. We've all helped push each other's bikes up giant hills just to keep us moving forward. Our teachers have also pushed us as well, but we cannot forget about the people who've motivated us to move forward the most, our parents. They've helped us grow from our mistakes and mature as individuals. They've always been by our sides, pushing and challenging us to be the best we can be. Even though we didn't get our full 6th grade experience, we all still got to know each other for 5 months. During those 5 months, we came a long way from where we were at the beginning of the year to where we are right now. Since the beginning, I remember walking into the school and starting a new chapter of my life. I began school at Acres Green as a kindergartner, like most of us. I was scared, nervous, but also excited to begin a new chapter in my life. As years passed, I slowly started to look up to the 6th graders of the school and couldn't wait to achieve this status. In 1st grade, I will always remember playing on the monkey bars and I slipped and broke my wrist. At the time, it wasn't funny, but looking back at it, the memory makes me laugh. This was the first of 3 bones I broke at Acres Green. In 3rd grade, we walked to the movie theater and saw this movie about the animals in China and their endangerment living in China. 4th grade, we did Boomtowns. I especially enjoyed doing the Boomtowns because we got to create our own town and have people come and choose what town they wanted to live in. One moment I'll never forget is in 5th grade. My friend named Aiden was playing tetherball and this basketball hit him in the back. He wasn't paying attention and so the tetherball hit him straight across the face. Without a doubt, 6th grade was my happiest year at Acres Green. Mr. Roach is my teacher this year and I have shared many enjoyable moments with him and my class. Every second I spent with my class was hilarious, adventurous, and memorable. It's what made my 6th grade experience my 6th grade experience. Even though 6th grade year was cut short for us, that doesn't mean we didn't make any amazing memories. One of my favorite memories was from outdoor ed, when we enjoyed a campfire and stargazing. The campfire was just so much fun. We got to tell campfire stories and it was such a memorable time. I enjoyed the stargazing because it was just stunning and really calming. Another memory I'm fond of in 6th grade is when at every brain break, Brooklyn would spin Quinley. It was hilarious because Brooklyn would always drop Quinley. When we were getting in some pretty bad snowstorms, we had indoor recess. During the indoor recess, Brooklyn managed to break, and I quote, Mr. Roach's favorite chair, a ruler, and the projector. We all laughed as Mr. Roach cried, but he got the last laugh by making us watch Old Yeller. I'm sure he was laughing as he watched us all cry. In life, there's always going to be ups and downs and roadblocks, whatever path life takes you. If you get a teacher like Mr. Roach, You'll be able to get through it. If you have friends like my class, you'll make it through the year. I'm going to miss each and every person at AGE, but in life, you shouldn't dwell on the past. You should grow from it. Each and every experience is what makes you the person you'll be in the future. As much as you want to change something that happened in the past, you need to remember that you can not only grow from it, you can learn from it. Mr. Roach has taught me that I should be ready for whatever comes my way in the future, because I know that if I have friends that have been as supportive as mine have been this year, I'll be able to accomplish anything. Everything that happened in my 6th grade year has made it perfect, even after having to do remote learning. It was still the best year yet. 6th grade has been a great year, and I hope I can carry more memories with me that bring me as much joy as these memories do. Thank you, everyone, for helping push our bikes up the hills and watch us as we cruise down. I will be forever grateful for all the support throughout the year. You've prepared us for the next chapter in our lives, so even though it's sad, it's time to close this chapter and move forward to the next. I would like to thank all the parents for providing us courage and hope, our classmates for their continuous friendship, our teachers for always looking out for us and preparing us for the future. A special thanks to Ms. Smith for being a person who you can always rely on and trust. Finally, I would like to say congratulations to all my fellow classmates. Have a great summer and good luck in all your future adventures. Thank you.
Great job, Sammy. Next up is Miss Fazekas.
Nice job, ladies. You've both done an excellent job. We'd like to conclude with our last student speaker, Miss Paige Bundy.
In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Quoted by Robert Frost, who was an American poet. Sometimes in life, we just wish everything would slow down. When the good happens, sometimes it's too good that we start to expect the bad. Instead of cherishing every moment that we have on this earth, we use that time for moping around or just being unhappy because of our past. But we need to move on because our future could be brighter. In my time of being at AGE, there have been plenty of things that made me have the urge to go back in time travel. But my common sense took over and I learned to move on. Thank you for joining us today for the celebration of the 2020 6th grade class of Acres Green Elementary. My name is Paige Bundy, and I'm here to represent Ms. Fazekas' 6th grade class. First, we're going to start with my past memories at Acres Green. I came to AGE after preschool and started my kindergarten year. My siblings were also attending the school at the time, so it was cool to have someone to look up to at home and school now. We were the new kids on the block. We didn't exactly have a good idea of this school and whether to like it or not. But this was our foundation to grow on, and so we made the most of it. 1st grade was like the fun year. You come back and see your old friends, but you also form new relationships. You have now gotten used to all of this, and you're starting to like it more. 1st grade was an especially fun year for me because it was more time being involved with the rest of the school. Everyone likes the kindies, but since they're so young, it's hard for them to actually do stuff. 2nd grade was when I met Miss Schwall, and she was an amazing teacher. She made me grow more mature in school and life in general. I had a very strong bond with her, so it was devastating when she decided to move on in her life to something more. 3rd grade was a very different year for me because friendships were split up and friends also moved away. So it was a time to experience change and make the most of it. 4th grade was almost like a redemption year for 3rd grade. It was such a fun year, and I reconnected with others I thought I would never see again. It was a time that I got to do more learning with my peers and not only have a good relationship with my own 4th grade teacher, Mr. Ludwig, but with the other 2 as well, Miss Lees and Miss Fazekas. Then 5th grade came. This was a very special year for me because I met Mr. Berg. He taught me multiple lessons about life that I have held on to this very day and will remember forever. I remember one thing he told our math class, and it was that our group was so special because we encouraged each other and we all strive to do the right thing. We had competition in our class, of course, but it was a healthy type of competition. Mr. Berg made time for me when there were 6 other kids calling his name and I needed his help. He was always there for me. And although all of those times were amazing, it all came down to one last grade, 6th grade. the year where we get to be leaders for the rest of school and get to sit in the back of the bus. It's a lot of pressure when people tell you that once you've entered that grade, 6 other grades look up to you. But we were all prepared for that type of responsibility. In Miss Fazekas' class, we were all not very outgoing, it almost felt like. When my sister would come home and tell me and my family stories about something fun or interesting that happened in her class, I would think, how does someone have the courage to say or do that? And then I would think about my class and not be able to pinpoint someone who would do that. But that's one of the special things about our class. We all bonded in different ways. Whether it was a club or a friend group, we all connected. And one specific way that we connected was our class bonded when on field day, the teachers told us all that we were going to have a tug of war for the older classes. We all thought there is no way we are going to win this, like maybe the other 2 6th grade classes would win. It was like we had no hope whatsoever. So we all found out that our class would be going against Mr. Poland's class. We all stepped up to our spots and, well, we won. And it stayed like that as we won against the rest of the classes until we faced the teachers. Let's just say it was close, but not really. There may or may not have been some cheating on the teacher's side, but I guess we'll never know. It was still an awesome experience, and from then on, we just got closer as a whole. I don't know if we might all go different paths next year, but I do know I will remember this grade and all of the good times we had, like this, for example. As the school year went on, I bonded even more with others, especially Miss Birkenheim. Berkey is an outstanding teacher, and she has impacted my life so much. She wasn't just my math and reading teacher, but she was a person I could go to when I was dealing with friend drama or struggling with other subjects in school. She was my friend. She was also the person who made saying goodbye to this year so much harder. Miss Fazekas as well had an enormous impact on my life. She is funny, talented, and a great person. I can definitely say I have enjoyed having her as my final teacher at Acres Green, and I know that this is not the end of my relationship with both of them. There are a few different things I'm very excited about going into middle school, like playing sports with my friends and gaining new information. I'm also very anxious about going into middle school, though. One is that it's the first time I will be attending a new school since preschool, so I don't really know what to expect going into it. But I like to be prepared for things, so I'll try not to be too nervous. I'm also nervous about trying to get to different classes each day, but this is a challenge I'm ready to face and take on. Overall, my experience at AGE has been amazing, fun, and it has become my second home. Even though I will miss it dearly, I know that it will forever have a place in my heart. I'm so grateful for everyone who helped me get through these last few years, like my friends, family, and of course, all of my incredible teachers. Even though it might be hard to say goodbye, we all know that this is a new era, a fresh start. And even though it's a climb, we will make it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paige, Sammy, and Ella for those wonderful, wise words. We'd now like to invite our 6th grade teachers to share their tributes, and we're going to begin with Miss Liz Fazekas.
Ladies, one more time, you've done an excellent job with your speech. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I want to say that I am extremely proud of every single 6th grade, not just my class, but all of you. Everybody has said it a bunch of times, but know that it really is true and it's coming from our hearts. You guys are the most amazing group of 6th graders that we've had. And I've taught at other schools and taught 6th grade there as well. And this is by far the best group of students in general that I've had the pleasure and the privilege of teaching. And lucky me, I got to have you guys twice. I had several of you in 4th grade. And even if you weren't in my class, the 3 of us, the 3 classes got to work together quite a bit. And it's been a privilege, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna cry if I don't stop talking now. So I'm gonna jump over and show you the video and introduce you to each of my amazing 6th grade students.
Paige Bundy. Paige, you have such a strong work ethic and a positive spirit that's added so much to our classroom. Your competitive spirit is also something that is evident in the class every single day. You're always willing to try anything and to work hard at it. And if you don't get it the first time, you push until you've got it just right. It's these qualities that have made it so much fun to work with you over the last few years in PAC and in the classroom. Whether you're singing, dancing, acting on the stage, or just being goofy with your sister and your friends, it's been a pleasure to work with you, and I'm really going to miss you. Jasmine Cuevas. Jasmine, it has been so good to have you in my class for a second year in a row. You have an amazing smile and a positive energy surrounding you all of the time. You're such a hard worker, and I can see that you try your best every single day to become better than you were the day before. It has been a pleasure to have had you for 2 years, and I cannot believe that I have to say goodbye to you. Hiram Dominguez. Hiram, you have such an immense amount of energy that is going to take you far in life. You are an utterly brilliant child with a lot of passion and drive for many things. You have varied interests, especially when it comes to tech. You're the little tech wizard in our classroom, and I wouldn't be surprised if someday I hear your name and it's way bigger than names like Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk. You, sir, have a bright future. Chloe Downs. Chloe, you have a very quiet and calm demeanor about you, but I can see that you have a passion for so many things. In particular, it's been interesting to learn about your passion for sloths. I don't quite understand that one, but it makes me happy to know that you're happy with things in life, and I am so very proud of all of the things that you've done this year. Marley Edwards. Marley, you're another one that I got to have for a second year, and I cannot imagine this year without you. You have grown so much since I first met you back in 3rd grade during PAC. You have grown into a very responsible and driven young lady. I am very proud of all of the things you've accomplished, and I cannot wait to see all of the amazing things you're going to do. P.S. Keep singing. I love your voice. Gayatri Arachin Candy. Gayatri, you started late, but you made a huge impact on our classroom. You have such a quiet personality, but it's quite obvious that there's a lot going on under the surface. You are a very smart young lady who has a lot to look forward to in the future. Thank you so much for joining our class. Even though I didn't get you the full year, I'm glad I had you for the little time that I did. Sadie Foster. Sadie, your desire to learn is unmatched in any person I've ever met. You have this intense need to know everything that's going on, but it is going to get you far. You don't like not knowing things, which means you ask questions, and that is a teacher's dream. I love that you're constantly asking me questions, constantly looking for answers, and wanting to grow. You have made so much progress this year, and I am extremely proud of all that you've accomplished. Aiden Heredia. Aiden, you have a very calm personality, and it makes for an excellent friend. All those around you know that they can count on you whenever they need. Aiden, you have this smile and laughter that's very rarely heard, but when it comes out, it's infectious. It causes everyone around you to have a better day, and I appreciate that in you. Akshara Karola. Akshara, you are very intelligent and kind. Those 2 traits make for an exceptional human being. You, my dear, are going to go extremely far in life with those 2 things backing you up. You work hard in everything you do, and you're kind to all those around you. It's hard to know that next year I won't get to see you every single day and interact with the amazing person that you are. Adrian Keller. Adrian, there's so much energy, passion, and enthusiasm packed in such a small person. I don't understand how it's possible. I am so glad that you were in my class this year. It has been a wonderful year with you. You are such a great friend to all those around you, and everyone knows that if they need someone to make them laugh or smile or just listen, you'll be there for them. What I'm most proud of is that you learned on your own the meaning of learning. You learned that it's okay to not be perfect, and that it's okay to make mistakes because those imperfections and mistakes are what help you to grow. Christian Kelly. Christian, you have a unique sense of humor that I don't think everyone understands, but it's added so much to our class this year. If I was ever having a bad day, I knew that if I read one of your papers or stories or just talked to you for a minute, that my day would become so much better. Every single one of your drawings and stories that you have came from such a unique perspective, and unfortunately, not everyone is going to get to hear the continuation speech that you wrote. But the quote that you used about life being like toilet paper is a prime example of your unique perspective and humor that I will truly miss. Sanvi Kirdak. Sanvi, you have such a strong work ethic and drive. It has been a dream to have you in class. Any teacher would be lucky to have you as their student. My favorite thing about you is your heart for other people. You go out of your way all the time to make sure that other people are just as successful as you. And it's one of the things that makes you such a successful and amazing human being. There are several students in our class that owe a lot to you over these last few weeks in distance learning because you have been quite the motivator for them, and I appreciate it. Colton Meekum. Colton, you are a great friend and a hard worker. I've always known that I could always count on you. If I needed something done, I knew I could ask you. If I needed your help, I knew you'd be there. And it's the same for all of your friends. They know that if they need someone, that you'll always be there. And Colton, I know you'd never let me down because I can always just call my mom again. Devin Orr. Devin, your sarcasm and wit made for some great fun between the two of us. Every day coming into the class, I knew I could count on you to make me laugh. There was always something that you and I were picking on each other about, and I loved that you were game to play. On top of all of that, you were an excellent student who worked hard to accomplish all of your goals. And I will be here for you anytime. If you ever need anything, just don't call me bruh. Justice Placeris. Justice, you have the kindest heart and most gentle spirit of any person I've ever met. Your smile and laugh would brighten any room. If I was ever having a bad day, I knew that I could go and talk to you about anything, even about your work. And you would smile at me, and it just made the day so much better. Thank you for bringing a positive spirit and a positive light into our classroom. Jacob Rainey. Jacob, I do not know what I'm going to do without your endless stories and random facts. Every day, without fail, I would come into the classroom and you would have a laundry list of new information to tell me. Stories about everyone in our class, stories about your family, your dog, stories that you heard on the news or saw in a movie. And it was never boring. It was always extremely interesting. You have so much to say, and I love that you're always willing to share. You're going to have to email me every single week and keep me up to date on all of the news happening around. Because who else am I going to count on to call me up and tell me what the Aztec word avocado means? Bryn Reese. Bryn, I remember just before school started at back to school night, you came into my room and you were very sad because you wanted to be in Mr. Roach's class. Well, I don't know about you, but I am sure glad that you didn't end up in his class and that I instead got to spend the year learning with you. Bryn, I knew I could always count on you. You were my go-to for anything that I needed. You were willing to help anyone with any task, and that's going to get you very far in life. Amber Reno. Amber, you are such a passionate young lady. You have varied interests, but it's your love of anime and manga that inspires me. You have such an amazing artistic ability. I knew every single day that if I walked by you, no matter what we were doing or what you were supposed to be doing, you were always doodling in the corner of your notebook. It was hard for me sometimes to tell you to stop because your drawings are so incredibly amazing. I cannot wait to hear how you got into some of the best art schools in the country and that you're trying to make a tough decision because any one of them will be lucky to have you. Bianca Saju. Bianca, you were a late addition to our class, and I'm really sad that I didn't get the full year with you. However, you were an amazing addition to the class. I'm glad that when you came to our school that you were put into my class. Every day is better because you're there. My favorite thing every single week had to have been reading your journal. The comics that you drew for me and the voice that you put into your writing made me so proud to be your teacher. Now, while I can't take credit for your amazing writing skills as you came to me with that, I am very proud to say that I was your teacher. Emily Sanabria Mira. Emily, you were in my class in 4th grade and again this year. And while I very rarely heard you spoke, I know you have a lot to say. Now, while I rarely got to hear that beautiful voice of yours, I did get to hear the words that you had to say all the time because your writing is a joy to read. You've grown so much since I first met you. You absorb everything that your teachers have to teach you, and it's evident in your work. I'm extremely proud of the growth that you've made, and I will truly miss seeing you work hard every single day. Vignajit Sankaranarayanan. Vignajit, I have no idea what I'm going to do without you every day. The progress you've made in everything from social skills to academic areas is astonishing. You work hard in everything that you do, and you never stop until you've got it right. My favorite thing about you is the fact that you're always asking questions to make sure that you're understanding everything properly. It's a skill that's going to benefit you in the long run because not a lot of people stop to ask those questions. They just continue making those mistakes. So continue asking your questions, Vig. I'm happy to have been your teacher. Celicia Saniga Brown. Celicia, you have a smile that lightens up even the darkest days. What I love about you is that nothing gets you down for too long. Good things, bad things come your way, mistakes happen, and you may get sad for a moment or two, but then you pick yourself up and you move on. And I love that about you. I love that nothing can hold you down because you are determined to make every day an amazing one. I'm also encouraged by what an excellent friend you are to all those around you. You've been a joy to have in class, and I will sincerely miss you. Ariana Vasquez Garcia. Ariana, I don't know what I'm going to do without you. Near the beginning of the year, we thought we lost you. We all said our goodbyes to you and wished you well as you moved away. However, 1 week later, when you came back and we found out you weren't actually leaving, was the best day in our classroom. The joy and the desire to learn that you bring to our classroom would have left a massive hole had you actually left. When you came back, you brought back with you your smile and your kindness and your drive to learn and work hard. To my entire class, I would like to say that I am extremely proud of all of you. This has been one of my favorite classes of students that I've ever had the privilege of working with. And good luck in the future. You are going to kick some serious butt.
Thank you so much, Ms. Fazekas, for those words. And students, hang on to them because they're true words and they're powerful words. And I know you enjoyed every moment of that. Mr. Poland, we'd love to hear from you about your class this year.
Good morning, boys and girls. All right, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, in preparing to speak with you this morning or today, I thought of the different ways in which I could find analogies that would capture the significance of today. And I found myself referencing the quote I included in the writing directions for your continuation speech assignment a couple of weeks ago. When writing those directions, I didn't give too much thought to that quote, although that I knew that it fit well for the assignment. But the more I've considered it, I think it actually works quite well for this occasion. The quote I referenced is from the movie Forrest Gump, where he's sitting on a park bench. He's waiting for his bus to arrive. And he turns to a woman sitting on the bench next to him, and he says, "Life is like a box of chocolates, and you never know what you're going to get." Well, this school year is a great example of how life can jumble up your box of chocolates. Sometimes the rearrangement of the chocolates is minor, and sometimes that rearrangement is quite major, as with the case of the coronavirus, where it turned the box upside down and actually put it through the washer spin cycle. Life changed a great deal for us these past few months, but through all the changes, I was most impressed at how each of you individually made adjustments to your life, to persevere, to adapt, and to move on. You could have thrown the box of chocolates away and given in to change, but instead, You made adjustments to your day and to your routine and found ways to continue to be productive. I didn't realize how much I would miss seeing you in the classroom and interacting with you on a daily basis. I've missed our struggles in learning, our inside jokes, and most of all, our day-to-day conversations. I've really been impressed with how you've adjusted to remote learning and found ways to continue to challenge yourselves during this challenging time. So as Forrest Gump told us about life being like a box of chocolates, don't worry about life jumbling up your box of chocolates. It happens. You can't control that. Just be sure to settle in the next time life shuffles things up. Dig into a chocolate and savor the taste in that moment. Boys and girls, I've really enjoyed being your teacher this year. I hope that you have a great summer. And most importantly, please stop back next year and the years in the future to let us know as teachers how you're doing. And without further ado, I'd like to share some thoughts about my students.
Michael Adams. Michael, you're one of the hardest working students I've ever known. I've enjoyed seeing you grow as a student. I like how it's important to you to do well in school. You never hesitate to ask questions, seek help on an assignment, and find ways to improve. You work hard and you play hard. I've enjoyed the opportunities I've had to play football on the playground with you and your buddies. I'll miss that. Daniel Aviles Ramos. Daniel, you're an incredibly diligent student. You have great attention to detail and really want to learn and do well. You're always smiling and so happy. You're such a great older brother, caregiver, and role model to your younger brother. Eva Beck. Eva, you have such a fun sense of humor. I think of your laughter when we would share a joke together. We've worked so hard throughout this school year to make improvements in your learning and make improvements to how you learn. You really impressed me by how you pushed yourself as a reader this year. Heaven Brewer. Heaven, your sarcasm and wit have left an impression on me. I think of how you and Eva would begin each day by asking permission to get breakfast each morning and asking me in stereo where Eva would say break and you would say fast. And you would repeat that a little bit faster each time until I'd nod for you to leave the room to get breakfast. You have a quick wit and have a very creative mind. Ella Bundy. Ella, you bring your competitive spirit and inner drive into the classroom to take risks and approach schoolwork with an attitude of being willing to raise the bar on your own productivity in completing assignments. I could always call upon you in class to share your thoughts on a topic, and you'd always oblige me with an answer. You're a natural leader. Doug Burton. Doug, for some reason, one of the first things that came to mind when I was recording this tribute was all the candy you used to bring to school that you had collected at Halloween. You'd spend the days and weeks, actually months following, trading and bartering with your friends with it. In a way, that's how I imagine you as a young adult negotiating business deals. You'll be able to look back on sixth grade to think that this is where it began, where you developed and honed those business skills. Alex Chandler. Alex, as an aficionado of geography, I think your potential will see you far in this world. I imagine you in a profession that has you visiting many of the countries that you studied about over the years. Truly, the sky is the limit for you. Your smile and laughter would always brighten my day, especially after we'd share an inside joke together. Usually that came in the form of greeting me at the door at first bell with a joke or comment that would get us both laughing. Oh, and congratulations for being the two-time defending Geography B champion. Sunitra Chinamareddy. Sunitra, you're always wanting to know more. You want to find ways to apply your learning and make sense of how it makes sense with the things you already know. That's such an important skill to have as a student. Also, I always appreciated your willingness to help others, whether it be a classmate or even your younger brother. He's lucky to have a great big sister like you to show him the ropes. Abby Constable. Abby, You're one of the kindest, most genuine students I know. You quietly go about your schoolwork and studies, completing lessons in a manner that reflects such a strong inner desire to always be improving. Your presence in class was one of great stability. Your classmates know you to not get caught up in day-to-day drama and trust your calm, quiet reserve. But as an athlete, a fire burns within you to seek your very best and always be improving. Santiago Contreras, Ben, eres un excelente estudiante. You are an excellent student. You moved to the US from Argentina last year, about the same time, 3 months before you were going to begin 6th grade. You had to adjust to a new city, new neighborhood, new school, new grade, and new friends. The beginning of the school year had you swirling, but boy, did you work hard to get settled and establish yourself as a strong student and a great friend and classmate. Your classmates quickly saw you for who you are, a very kind, caring, and compassionate soul. I can only imagine what the future will hold for you with your work ethic. Kendall Ferguson. Kendall, as a competitive softball player, you know the benefits and value of a strong work ethic, and you recognize the importance of bringing that effort to the classroom. One of my favorite memories was when I was playing football at recess with some of your classmates, and I had intercepted a pass and I ran it back for a touchdown. And as I ran back past you, you said with a note of awe and disbelief, "I've never seen a teacher run before." I've always enjoyed being your teacher this year, Fergal. So thanks for the laugh. Rose Foster. Rose, you're one of the few students I've met in my career whose hairstyle really fits her personality. You have a great energy and enthusiasm for the things you do in life. You've worked really hard this year and have reaped the benefits of all that hard work. You've grown so much this school year. Dana Galicia. Dana, you came to Acres Green midway into the school year, and although that may have proven difficult for most students, you adjusted to our classroom so quickly. You made new friends quickly, fell into a quick routine of completing schoolwork and homework. You're always willing to help and have a great smile that lights up the room. And you have a great nickname, Milkshake. I always wanted to know how you got that name. Aaron Godinez. Aaron, you involve yourself in big. You're a big thinker, big computer game player, big reader, and big geography and history enthusiast. I've enjoyed reading your creative writing. You have a knack for developing complex stories that really pack a punch for the reader. Al Han. Al, you have such a bold personality, one that is reflective of you as a big thinker. You're very observant to the world around you with an acute sense of business. I actually expect to hear sometime in the future that you're an international man of business. You also have an interesting sense of humor. I remember one day while returning to class, you asked me, "Mr. Poland, if I punch myself in the stomach and I cry out, is it because I'm too weak or too strong?" And I still don't have the answer to that, Al. Logan Lancaster. Logan, although you're a quiet boy, you're a student with big ideas and big plans. As an avid reader, your writing reflects the complex storylines that you enjoy reading about. You're a very kind and compassionate boy as well. Hayden Long. Hayden, I'm always surprised at the amount of energy that is packed in such a small body, especially one that is fueled by crunchy, hot, flaming Cheetos. You're one of the kindest, thoughtful, and caring young girls in 6th grade. I've enjoyed the daily conversations we've had as you've learned to personalize your learning. Also, I'll miss the cookies and cupcakes that you brought to me each week. Thanks for those. Claire Maddox. Claire, I remember when you first transferred into my math class and impressed me with your hard work and knowledge. You're a hard worker who wants to make connections between what's learned in a book to the real world. That's an important skill. You're also someone who is always willing to help out in class. Vanessa Martinez. Vanessa, you're a quiet girl with great potential. You're a great friend who is exceptionally kind, caring, and compassionate. You're the type of person who does best when you have the opportunity to assist and help others. I won't be surprised to hear in the future that the type of work you do mirrors this in some ways. Natalie Newton. Natalie, when I think of you, I think of the layers that make you up as an individual. You're an excellent student, great friend, awesome big sister, a competitive swimmer, an Irish step dancer, and so, so much more. You handle everything that comes your way with such grace and even recognize the timing of a well-placed zinger of a comment that's directed at me. Josh Nearline. Josh, you're truly a kind soul. You're incredibly kind, thoughtful, and peaceful. Your depth of knowledge in such a wide variety of areas and subject matter is incredible. I enjoy listening to and engaging in discussions with you and your classmates. Wesley Vernon. Wesley, I've had the pleasure of knowing you for several years. Your experiences outside of the classroom really enhance life inside the classroom. As a scuba diver, cook, traveler, musician, and avid reader, you are a catalyst for great discussions in our classroom. You have a joy for learning that was infectious in class and led to some fantastic conversations and learning. Elisa Yorvez. Elisa, you have such a wonderful smile and gentle confidence. My guess is it's something that you've developed during the weekends working at your dad's business. I'm disappointed that I didn't get to see the custom tailored suit that you and your dad designed for continuation, but I have a feeling that I'll see you in the future dressed in suits that you designed as a successful businesswoman. Well, congratulations, boys and girls. Have an excellent summer. You've had an awesome 6th grade school year. Good luck in middle school.
Thank you so much, Mr. Poland, for those kind words. And Al, seriously, that question about hitting yourself in the stomach, that is going to keep me up tonight thinking about it, buddy. Mr. Roach, we would love to hear about your class now.
I'm still laughing at that comment, Al. Hello, everyone. My name is Mr. Roach, and for those that don't know me, I'm a 6th grade teacher here at Acres Green. Before I introduce my class, I'd like to say a couple words. First of all, I'd like to thank all the parents out there for helping to challenge and support their kids throughout the school year. You play an extremely important role in your child's growth, education, and success. Thank you for all you've done this year. I'd next like to commend Paige, Ella, and Sammy on their exceptional speeches. You girls did a tremendous job. When I thought of what I wanted to say to my class, I wanted to avoid mentioning the coronavirus and focus on the positives, which I will in a second. But when this whole pandemic started, I thought 2 months without seeing my class, maybe that's not the worst thing in the world. I've been teaching for 10 years now, and there are many classes I've had in the past where I would have undoubtedly welcomed finishing school 2 months early. But I can honestly say this is not the year I would have wished this to be the case. I enjoyed every day coming to school and seeing all the bright faces. Every single one of you had a personality that I soon realized I'd miss seeing on a daily basis. I enjoyed every day of the school year, whether it seemed like it or not. I know there are times you thought I was in a bad mood or upset, but I can tell you the amount of joy you brought to me was more than I can ever express to you. I wish this year could have ended the way we'd all hope, but I want you all to know that you will be the one and only class that I will 100% truly remember forever. And with that, I would like to introduce all the students from Mr. Roach's 6th grade graduating class.
Alexis Aguilar. Alexis was new to our school this year and brought her own unique personality to the class. I enjoyed my conversations with Alexis, though I cannot say I was too happy when she beat me in chess. She always tried to come up with different games for the class to play to bring everyone together. Alexis loved to entertain. I loved her personality, and I wished her nothing but the best in the future. Isabella Bajelic. Bella was one of the kids that right from the beginning of the year, I knew she would be one of the hardest workers in class. Bella treated every assignment like it was the most important thing she's ever done. She was such a joy to see every day. I loved seeing her smile and laugh, and I enjoyed every minute I spent with Bella. I know she will be successful moving on. Sylvia Burton. What I will always remember about Sylvia is her passion for reading. I felt so bad telling her she had to put her book down. I constantly tried to figure out ways to catch Sylvia off guard with tough questions, but she always had an intelligent answer. Sylvia has a brilliant mind and will go on to do great things. I look forward to hearing about all that she accomplishes in the future. Kayla Sircone. Kayla is one of the sweetest girls I've ever had the privilege to teach. She was so kind to everyone she came across. Kayla was always so excited to be in class with her peers and treated everyone as her friend. She brought so much joy to the classroom. I love just being in the same room with Kayla. I wish nothing but the best for her. She truly deserves it. Mark Sheehan. Mark was such a hard worker, a great kid, and probably the most brilliant student I've had the privilege of teaching in my 10 years. There was definitely more than one time he had me questioning if I knew what I was talking about. He had a quirky sense of humor that I quickly learned to appreciate. Mark will undoubtedly move on to accomplish great things in his life. Eduardo Sevilla Cortez. I feel like Eduardo spent much of this year tripping or falling to the ground. But when he wasn't picking himself up, Eduardo was working hard to improve himself as a student. Eduardo gave it all this year, whether it was during class or playing keep away against the girls during brain break. Henry Cuevas. I'm sure anyone who has ever spent time with him will agree Henry is one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. One of the kids at the beginning of the year, his past teachers would tell me how lucky I was that Henry would be in my class. Henry worked so hard this year, and I couldn't be prouder of him. Greeting Henry at the door every morning and listening to one of his crazy statements to start the day was something I will definitely miss. Warren Drennan. Warren was new to AGE this year and found no problem quickly fitting in. One of my favorite parts of the day was throwing the football around with him and seeing how many in a row we could catch. For the record, our streak would usually end when he would throw it 10 feet over my head. Warren had a great attitude, was always smiling, and really enjoyed spending time and having fun with his classmates. His cheerful personality is something I will definitely miss. Madison Goodpaster. I've known Maddie for a few years now, but it wasn't until she was in my class that I truly realized how hard of a worker she was. If we all had the same work ethic as Maddie, we would all be better off. Maddie did every assignment to the best of her ability and always strived to do her best. This attitude will make her a success in anything she tries to accomplish. Maddie was a student that I've enjoyed getting to know through the years, and I will definitely miss her. Cole Hodgson. Cole was such a brilliant kid, he could solve any question I asked him. He didn't like to write so much, but he could explain anything to you. I enjoyed my conversations with Cole. I feel like I really got to know him other than as a student. If I wanted someone to answer a question correctly for the class, Cole was one of the kids I called on. Sohyun Jung. Sohyun was another new student to AGE, and she soon became well liked by all her classmates. She made friends easily, and people enjoyed being around her. She was so smart and picked up on things very easily. Joking around with her was sometimes the highlight of my day. She was always happy, cheerful, and in a great mood. Sohyun was such a joy to have in class. I will miss seeing the cheerful smile she had on every day. Danica Keaton. Danica is a type of student that teachers can only dream of having. She is beyond smart, an unbelievable role model, great personality, always doing the right thing, helpful, kind, respectful. I could say much more, but I don't think we have the time. Oh, and she has the cutest dog as well. I have no doubts Danica will move on to bigger and better things and become a huge success. Evelyn Cascatello. Evelyn has worked so hard this year and is continuously trying to improve herself. Some of my favorite parts of the day is watching Evelyn laugh and smile and have a good time. She's a very kind and smart girl who I am confident will excel in middle school and beyond. The future is definitely bright for Evelyn, and she deserves everything she achieves. Brooklyn Koenig. When I saw Brooklyn's name on my class list, I knew I was in for quite a year. I've never had a student break my chair, my yardstick, and my projector outlet. Normally, out of fear of what was to come, I would have requested a transfer, but I could not imagine not having Brooklyn in my class. I have known Brooklyn for years now and cannot imagine what it would be like not seeing her every day. I will miss Brooklyn more than she'll know. AJ Atticus Lang. AJ worked as hard as anyone this year. AJ loved to talk. Once you engaged in a conversation and he got going, it was hard to get him to stop. AJ always had something funny or interesting to say. His laugh and smile will be something I will definitely miss. I am excited for AJ's future, but will be sad to see him go. Nathaniel Larson. Nate was a model student throughout the year, an extremely intelligent kid that always did the right thing. If I wanted something done right or needed a correct answer, Nate was my go-to guy. I loved our conversations about the stock market. Nate and his partner somehow made $10,000 in the stock market the last few months. If you need any financial advice in the future, just ask Nate. Nate, I know you will go on to do great things. Logan Lee. Logan is one of the nicest kids I've met. He's very respectful to everyone he comes across. I wish there were more kids in the world like Logan. He enjoys his video games and makes amazing cartoon drawings. It was hard to tell him to stop drawing in class when I was so captivated by his work. I see special things ahead in Logan's future. Isabel Nelson. It was hard not calling on Isabel to share every answer. I knew she had the answer I was looking for, always had her hand up, and would explain it perfectly. I feel Isabel was one of our leaders this year. She has the personality, intelligence, charisma, and presence to become a huge success in life. I expect her to continue to be a leader and role model in all her future endeavors. Araceli Porras Romero. Araceli was yet another new student to Acres Green this year. She fit into the class right from the start and made friends immediately. Araceli is such a nice girl and a pleasure to be around. She was very shy when she first arrived, but soon after, she became one of the students that I look forward to talking to and joking around with each day. Besides having a great personality, Araceli worked hard every day, and I am extremely proud of her. James Riley. Jimmy spent time in both myself and Miss Illig's class this year. Selfishly, I wish he was with me even more. Watching him smile and listening to him just say simple things like, "Hi, Mr. Roach," made my day and instantly put me in a great mood. I loved the effect he had on the classroom. They too seemed to be more cheerful when Jimmy was around. When Jimmy would share answers with the class, I couldn't wait to hear what he had to say. I will definitely miss Jimmy and will tell any of his future teachers how lucky they are to have him. Omar Rodriguez. Omar is truly one of a kind. Can't imagine what the school year would have been like without Omar. I knew I was in for a treat whenever I had a conversation with Omar. He had no problems telling you about his views on the class, the world, anything. He did so in such an entertaining way that I couldn't wait to hear what he'd say next. Omar is such a bright kid that will go on to do great things. Samantha Sebastianuk. I've known Sammy for years and even drove her to school years ago. I even think we were the first people to invent carpool karaoke. Sammy has an unbelievable gift of writing. She also had an unbelievable knack for falling out of her chair. Sammy was one of the students I could trust to lead the class whenever I couldn't be there. She is extremely intelligent and will be able to accomplish whatever she wants to in the future. Gustavo Velasquez Tellez. Tavo is a student that can positively change the course of a day. Talking to Tavo, seeing him smile or laugh can change a normal day into something special. I've watched Tavo grow up at AGE over the years and will miss him tremendously. He is such a proud kid and does what he can to please his teachers. He has a positive effect on all his classmates and gets along with anyone he comes across. Quinley Webb. Quinley brought so much entertainment to the class as well as to myself. Quinley was a kid that I checked my class list immediately when it came out to see if she was on it. I was excited knowing I would get to hear her silly sense of humor and overdramatic laughs. We would watch strange YouTube videos together and take crazy personality surveys she'd forced me into taking throughout the year. The school year would not have been the same without her. I know Quinley will be a success in middle school and beyond. To all of the students of Mr. Roach's 2020 graduating class, I want to say that I appreciate all your hard work and have enjoyed every minute we've spent together. I know you will go on to accomplish great things, and I wish you nothing but the best. I've known many of you for years now and cannot imagine what the school will be like without you. You will truly be missed.
Oh, sixth graders, my heart is just overflowing right now. This whole continuation ceremony has just been a whirlwind of laughter and tears, as I'm sure it has been for you. We are so lucky to have known you for whatever length of time you have spent at Acres Green with us. You are all treasured students, valued people, and we will love you dearly. I do want to say a huge big thank you to all of the teachers and students who participated in the ceremony today, and a big thank you to Ms. Fazekas, who ran the whole ceremony, live streamed, and everything behind the scenes. Big thank you to you. This was a wonderful ceremony. And with that, I am going to turn our final farewell over to Ms. Smith.
Well, families, I think you have a little better understanding of why this group of students was so very special to us at Acres Green. So I want to say to you, thank you for sharing them with us. We so appreciate being able to be a part of their lives. Middle schoolers, I want you to know it has been an absolute privilege to be your principal. Thank you so much for your time with me. Again, a shout out to Ms. Fazekas. We could not have had this time without her help with this. I want to shout out again, Paige, Sammy, Ella. Your encouraging words give us hope and light. Thank you for that. Sixth grade teachers, Mr. Poland, Ms. Fazekas, Mr. Roach, students at home, give them a big shout out because we know how much they've impacted your lives. Thank you to all the staff. And students, I want you to turn right now and thank your families because again, they are the ones that will always be with you. They're supporting you and they love you. So give them a big shout out too. I wish you the very best in your future. I love you guys dearly. I thank you again for spending time with us here at Acres Green. Please know I'm always here for you. Reach out to us. We love you. We love seeing you. Thank you again very much. And I just wish the very best for you. At this time, we are actually, Ms. Fazekas is going to play that opening video. She's going to play that again for people who might have missed it. So happy summer, everyone. We love you.
All right, guys, like Ms. Smith said, I'm going to play the video again that we started at the beginning. If you missed it, you can stay and watch. Thank you so much for joining us. And just so you're aware, a copy of this will be going home to all of you. It will be emailed out. So look for those emails from your teachers. I hope you guys have a fantastic summer. We love you all.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from your nice warm bed, you just remember what your old past said. Boy, you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got trouble, and I got them too. There isn't anything we wouldn't do for you. We stick together, see it through, 'cause you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, big and stronger too, maybe, but none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy, and as the years go by, a friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. got a pretty, you got a friend in me. There's a moment in your bones when the fire takes over. Blood is running, heart is pumping as the battle gets closer. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Swinging like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Every spotlight, every soundbite, everybody who gave up is just a fuel for wanting him more than anybody against us. They can say what they want now, 'cause we'll be screaming now. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible, 'cause we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. We can be heroes everywhere we go. We can have all that we ever want. Singing like Ali, knocking out bodies, standing on top like a champion. Keep it on silver, give me that gold. You remember when I say we can be heroes everywhere we go. Keeping us down is impossible. We're unstoppable. 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 Tell them what they hear, 'cause they just may run away from you. It just depends on how long the time is left for you. At the highest mountains, I've had the deepest rhythm. You can have it all, but take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. Hey, I'm on top of the world. Hey, waiting on this for a while now. Paying my dues to the turn. Been waiting to tried to cut these corners, try to take the easy way out. I kept on falling short of something. Then again, I couldn't have, 'cause I've traveled all this way for something. I take it in, but don't look down. 'Cause I'm on top of the world. Hey, I'm I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Waiting on this for a while now. Paying my bills to the dirt. I've been waiting to Sunday. The whole day for a while. Tasting me if I can. Been dreaming of this since a child. Get up now. And I thought always hard when you're falling down, and it's a long way up. Get up now, get up now. I'm on top of the world. I'm on top of the world. Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can beat the world, you can beat the war, you can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you go find yourself. Standing in the Hall of Fame, yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Cause you're mine with the cross flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the wall to the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile. You could be the hero, you can get the gold. Breaking all the witnesses, but never cookie roll. Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Never gonna know if you never even try. Do it for your country, do it for your name. Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. Cause you're mine with the cross flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the wall to the Hall of Fame. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. With the cross flame. And the world's gonna know your name. Come to the Hall of Fame. Be a champion. You can 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 be a champion. Break rocks. You can be a champion. You can be a champion.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question, but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind. Hang it on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began. Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again.
Who knew? All the planes we flew, good things we've been through. That I'll be standing right here talking to you about another path. I know we love to hit the road and laugh, but something told me that it wouldn't last. Had to switch up, look at things different, see the bigger picture. Those were the days, hard work forever pays. Now I see you in a better place. See you in a better place. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
It's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
See you again.
We've come a long way,
Came a long way
from where we began.
You know we started.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
Tell you.
When I see you again.
First you both go out your way and the vibe is feeling stronger. With small turn to a friendship turn to a bond, and that bond will never be broken. The love will never get lost. And when brotherhood comes first, then the line will never be crossed. Established it on our own when that line had to be drawn, and that line is what we reach. So remember me when I'm gone. How can we not talk about family when family's all that we got? Everything I went through, you were standing there by my side. And now you gon' be with me for the last ride.
Let the light guide your way. Yeah. Hold every memory as you go, and every road you take will always lead you home. Oh, it's been a long day without you, my friend, and I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. We've come a long way from where we began.
Oh, I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. When I see you again. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I did not know no pain. When I believed in forever, everything would stay the same. Now my heart feel like December when somebody say your name. Cause I can't reach out to call you, but I know I will one day. Yeah. Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah, yeah. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. There's a time that I remember when I never felt so lost. And I felt all of the hatred was too powerful to stop. Now my heart feel like an ember and it's lighting up the dark. I'll carry these torches for you, but you know I'll never drop. Yeah, everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Yeah. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Oh, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Oh, toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Memories bring back your. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Memories bring back your.
If you're still watching, I hope you enjoyed. Love you all. Bye.